Why hello again, it's been a while, at least since the teaser video that came out. This is the first devlog of this little game, which I'm calling Dungeon 3D, I guess that's what it's called. I do have an actual name for it, I'm just not ready to release the name. It will come in time. But initially, what I was planning on doing with this little project is to test, take my dungeon algorithm and make it 3D, and it worked out spectacularly. And I was thinking that maybe making a small little kind of dungeon game where you fight monsters and stuff like that, but it kind of transformed into a horror game for some reason. I was watching a bunch of backroom stuff, so I kept the area kind of liminal, and yeah, it just kind of ended up being a weird procedural generated horror arcadey game. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. How this video is going to be kind of segmented is it's going to be segmented into like sections of like features I added to the gameplay. For like the first couple weeks of it, I wasn't really recording anything because I thought this would just be like a one-off project, but it kind of became an obsession because I just kept having fun adding features to it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and stay tuned. Why hello there, it's been a while. I haven't made a video since the web server video. And I'm here to introduce a little game project I've been working on for at least the past week or so. Basically, the premise around it is that you have to go around a procedural generated map to collect kind of glowy, cube-looking objects in order to unlock the level exit to leave. However, if you do that, it will subtract from an internal timer that prevents it from spawning. The game will be a horror game, which this will be my first one I've ever made, so it should be interesting. Let me make sure everything's compiled real quick. I don't really have any gameplay right now. I've been working on procedurally generating the map, or the level. And I figured out, okay, good, it's compiled, thank God. I'll show you what the maps look like so far. So map, gem test. Wait, what? Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. I'm an idiot. Map, gem test. Alright, as you can see, this is pretty much what a level looks like in the game. I've improved upon the algorithm that I created a while back for doing this. I had to, what I was doing initially was, when you're making paths between each room that you generate, which are just kind of squares on a grid, I was making it where each path is generated from room 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 2 to n, which is kind of derpy and it makes a kind of a mess. Now I'm using a graph to basically graph out the where the rooms are, and it basically allows you to determine the shortest distance between each room, so you can randomly choose things. And I can also, the issues I have with the last one is that sometimes the start and end locations were right next to each other, but with this method I can put the start and end on the furthest location of the map to make the map bigger. And if I push tab, as you can see, it is procedurally generated, so every time a new map is different. Alright. So now the game will be 3D. So let me show you kind of where I'm at right now with it. As you can see, I'm faking lighting right now. I have normal maps working. You can see some depth in the floor. I was doing some testing with meshes. So yeah, there's no mini-map yet, so I have no clue where the exit is. So yeah, it's kind of mazy. Each room will have one of those golden blocks. As you can see, there's no collision detection just yet. I'm going to integrate bullet physics into it. Aha, here's a level exit. And if you press F1, regenerates the map. I'm keeping the maps kind of a liminal space intentionally because it is a horror game. And liminal spaces are kind of freaky because there's no furniture, there's nothing here. It looks like it's being used, but it's not. There's no furniture, there's no lived-in thing. It just kind of gives you the uncanny valley, which is what I'm going to go for with this. So yeah, I'm going to keep working on this. I need to work on getting the level kind of context going. Here it is again. Well, I'm back, and I managed to get a bunch of work done on this project. Quite a bit, actually. I integrated bullet physics, which is going to be my collision detection solution for now. I divided and conquered the game objects into a level with other objects to interact with. If you go down to this level object down here, you have the map generator, which basically generates the map. Player object, which basically is a player. Disregard enemy because I'm going to implement it. Instead of having one enemy, I'm going to have 4 enemies with various different AI kind of routines for them. A start point, exit point. Cube manager, which is basically collectibles you have to collect throughout the map in order to progress. And some pickup objects to enable the levels map, and the level compass basically allows you to see objects on the actual map itself. And this timer object, I'm still working on it. This will be probably the next thing I work on because you're going to have a limited amount of time before the ghosts show up. So yeah, got a bunch done. I've decided to basically implement the renderer alongside the game code because it just seemed it's more beneficial because I'm designing this renderer to play around with the game code itself. So yeah, let's get this started. I'll make sure this is piled real fast. Alright, good. Everything's good to go. Let's run this bad boy. As you can see, you can move around. There's cubes everywhere. If we try to go up against this wall, you can't go through it anymore. That's a good sign. I still have the level start area. Now let's go find the exit real fast. I'll deal with these cubes in a minute. This right here is viewing the mini map. As you can see, it's on the side of the screen there. There's nothing on it because we don't have the compass. We haven't collected the compass yet, which I'm going to find. Where is that level exit? Where are you? Aha, here it is. And there's a compass. How convenient. As you can see, it's darker. That means that it's not active. You have to collect the cubes in order to activate this. And I'm going to demonstrate real quick. Click that one. Get these two over here. Hello? You, and I have to go down over here to collect this one. Here we go. Got these two, and as soon as we get to this last one, it's gonna get spoopier. Boom. Yeah, I'm thinking about making it where, as you can see, the icon where the exit is on top of the screen to the left is glowing now. That basically means I can go to the next area. What I'm going to do is make this thing look more glitchy when you collect it. As you can see, it's glowing, so if we go on it, it goes to the next level. And that's pretty much all I have to show right now, so I'll see you in the next clip, hopefully, pretty soon. I actually am enjoying this gameplay clip. It's quite fun. I need to fix that. Why are you in the wall? I might as well do one more run. Compass! And we're gonna collect these real fast. Just do one more run. Yeah, I did a bunch of work. Also, if you press E, you can run now. So yeah. Oh my god, I just fixed something very silly. I'll demonstrate something real fast that I should have done earlier. Let's go back to just doing this with regular X and Y, just real quick. Yeah, as you may notice from the last kind of clip in the video, the mini map, the player icon is kind of janky. Come on. I'm gonna look for that compass real quick. Compass. Ah, there you are. I can show this real fast. As you can see, it kind of, when you're moving with the camera, it's kind of janking around. That's because of integers. Which is kind of stupid, if you ask me. Let me exit this real quick. And the way I fix it is that instead of using integers, I switch to floats for it. So let's put that P back in. If I can press the P button with my pinky. Let's see here. I'll just do it this way with my left hand. So let's go back. We pile this bad boy. Yeah, I don't understand why I didn't use floats at all. I guess I wasn't thinking about it when I first implemented this map. Then run. Alright, where's that compass? Where are you? Let's go this way. There's a map. Oh, my back is... Aha, there you are. Now watch. It's so much smoother now. Yes. Yeah, that fixes that problem. And I already have an idea how to fix the make it more glitchy. Is that I'm gonna have to render the minimap to a frame buffer and just capture it in like a high res kind of image or something, probably 512 by 512. The advantage of doing it that way is to basically, I can resize it any way I want to. Oh, it's so smooth. Yeah, I can resize it any size I want to, so I can give more functionality to the minimap. Make it a full screen minimap, for example. It'll just be rendered at like maybe 512 by 512. So yeah, fix that problem. Alright, here's a small little update. I did some work with the minimap again. Basically, as you may have noticed from the initial video, it was just all blue. And I want to track rotations. It ended up being a little bit more complicated than I thought, because you have to first translate to the location, then you rotate it based on the player's Y rotation, because that's that axis is where it rotates from left to right when you're moving, and then I have to retranslate it by -4 to center it, because it's a I'll show it to you real fast. It's pretty cool what it does. Oh yeah, it's because the size of the player's icon is 8 by 8, so this -4 basically centers it because it gives it an offset. So yeah, let me show it to you real fast. And I've also made it where you can override. Say I don't have to go collect the two icons anymore. I can just press F2, and as you can see, the icon has a small blue triangle, and it points in the direction of where you're heading now. Like that. Yeah, just something a little nice and to make the game a little bit more user friendly. And it just looks great. I guess the next thing I'm going to do with this minimap is render it to a frame buffer real quick, so I can resize it and do other things with it. I also need to add icons for the map and the compass, which I'll do soon. Turn it. I'll show you how it works. And click that one. Now I won't change it all. Get to the exit. Yep, just something nice to add to it. Alright, back again. I have finished up the minimap for the time being, which now I'm rendering it to a frame buffer, so I can do some interesting things with it. Let's just run it real fast and save it my time. As you can see, we're still in the same room. I press F12. It's now on the right side of the screen where I wanted it, which is pretty cool. And if I press Q, it becomes bigger, which is awesome. And we're going to go around collecting these cubes because I want to show you one last thing with it before I turn in tonight, because I am tired. I have to go to work at 8 AM in the morning. So, yeah. I am pooped. I guess tomorrow I'll work on the timer, because there will be a hidden timer that you'll have to see as well, which will make it harder, hopefully. This area is delivered interestingly. It should hopefully make the game a little harder, and hopefully you'll be able to see it on YouTube's algorithm. I mean, the YouTube's, I guess, codecs, maybe? I don't know. Ah, implement an effect where it basically messes up the map, so you can't find the exit. I'll probably add in an object that will allow you to fix the camera when you're in a fog mode. You kind of see where you're going. Ah, there you are. And voila. Yep. This will be the final update tonight. I'm gonna go to bed. I got a lot of work done. There's still a bunch of other things that I need to add. I need to fix the compass because it's kind of messed up. But yeah. I'll do it one more time. I'll get off. Let's see here. And there's the map. Can't wait to start adding in the 4 ghosts. Whoa, what happened? Okay, note that. I have to fix that. Well, alright, it's been a few days since I was working on the mini-map, trying to get that sucker finished. I've added one last feature to it, which allows you to fix the mini-map when it's in fog mode, or ghost mode, whatever you want to call it. So I'll show it to you real quick. Move back in here. Still moving around. I fixed a nasty mirror leak bug. I wasn't deleting the bullet physics objects in this one particular thing, so I was adding like zombie objects, so I fixed that. Let's see here. Still haven't had audio yet. That's going to be something I'm going to have to do once I start polishing the product. Here's the map. As you can see, I did change it. I fixed the bug on the compass, so its normals are correct. Let's get through this real quick and get to fog mode. Alright, map's still messing up. Alright, there's a new type of map that only appears in fog mode. Which, if I will press F3, that's what it will make the map look like. And I just want to showcase this working. If I can find it. I still don't have icons for the map objects with the compass, so there's the level exit. Where are you? Oh, it's getting... Aha, here you are. That right there is the red map. As soon as you grab it, the map fixes itself. So that's a solution for how to fix the map in fog mode. So now we can. It's just an optional object. If you find it, good luck, good for you. But if you don't find it, not a big deal. The main thing, your main goal is to get to this thing. And so yeah, I'm now going to work on the actual timer for this section. Whoa, what was that? Yeah, the next time I'm going to add this time is a timer. So yeah, I'll see you in the next section. Alright, I'm going to show off some of the art assets I've worked on. Just a quick little video for it. As you may know, I'm not really an artist, so I keep my models very simple. This right here is the regular map. Put this one on. This is pretty much what it looks like, just a TV monitor. The next map is this one. I don't want to say that. It's pretty much a copy paste of the original one. I just changed the color to this thing to red. I'm probably going to redesign it some other way down the line. But just to keep things as simple and have it as a simple collectible, that's all that really matters to me at the moment. The next one is Compass. I want to save it. And this one's slightly more complicated. I mean, for what it is, it looks good. And I guess I am getting a little bit better at modeling. I'm not as terrible as I used to. One technique I use is that instead of when I'm doing texturing, I've gotten to a habit of using like a texture like this down here. So if you go to this thing, I use this makes it a lot easier just to make simple models, so I don't have to get too many details into the map. Another interesting feature of Blender is that you can actually have multiple streams of texture chords, which is pretty dang cool. So I could have this set up for just the albedo, and then I can go on and use something else for like a roughness map if I wanted to use PBR, for example. Let's see here. I do have some other images in here that I need to remember to use. Where are you? Aha, here it is. That would be for like a glow map, for example. Which I could probably... Oh yeah, I could show that off real fast. Of like how I want the lighting system to work. There's going to be several different parts for it. We'll have a metallic map. No, I'll do that later because I need to remember how to split off the texture UV maps out of this. So let's move on. The next thing are the two level exits, which are not up here. Level entries and level exits, which I'll just show you the exits. Don't save. And it's just pretty simple. It's just a box, and I subdivide it into a box. And one I have not added to the game yet, which is the clock, which is this dude. And this will be what the clock looks like. So yeah. This adding something in that's a little different from just programming. And I think this model turned out pretty good. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention in the showing off art assets. For the ghosts for now, they're just going to be billboards until I can develop a model for them. And I'll kind of describe how the AI routine is going to work if I get it implemented. The first one is getting angry. As you can see, I'm just using my logo again. He's going to follow the player, but he will he'll path his way to the player within the map. So you'll be like kind of a character following you. The next one is going to be Trolly, which I'm using Trollface for. He is, as you may know, they're ghosts, so they can go through walls and that sort of stuff if they want to. He's going to basically follow the player to kind of similar to how Angry works, but instead of doing A-star pathfinding throughout the map, he's just going to take the two vectors between the player and himself, and he's going to follow you for like a few seconds and stop, and then repeat that process until he gets to you or you get away from him. The next one is going to be Clowny, which the interesting thing about his AI, instead of following you, he will teleport to the room that you're closest to, which you could be in a hallway right next to a room, or you could be inside the room itself. He will appear, and if you're in his way, he'll get you. And finally, my favorite one, Derpy, which he does not follow you at all. He will just go to each room in a cycle-like fashion. He will be using A-star. So his goal is just to run around and be like, "Yay, freedom! I'm finally in fog mode." So yeah, these are the 4 ghosts that will appear in the game, and it's going to be interesting to program because I have never really done pathfinding before. All the AI I've created have been very stupidly simple, so this should be a pretty good challenge for me to complete. So yeah, and I think eventually there will be a 5th ghost or entity, but that's going to be later on. So yeah, these are what's going to follow you within the map until I can actually make models for them. Do you guys know what the most basic program in that every newbie does? Hello world. Yeah, got font rendering working. What was lag? I'll be back in a sec. Alright, this is another update in the video. As you may notice the date down here, last time I actually made one of these was on the 10th of March, now it's the 28th. I had a little burnout session for about 2 weeks, but I'm happy I'm back. Currently, I went through and fixed the timer. I'm going to show you real fast what it looks like now. As you can see, we're still on the same map. There's a little path over here. Let's look for the clock real fast. I'm currently working on the AI for the thing, which I will show that off in a minute, how it works. At least for one of them, Trolley. Oh, here it is. Now the timer is in the middle of the screen, which makes it look a little better, hopefully. So yeah. As for the AI, which I'm currently working on, this is the reason why I went to a burnout session, is because I was thinking of how to get these implemented, because I'm not exactly the best AI programmer. But I did get one implemented. Oh, I need to compile it first. What am I doing? Oh, I probably should save the changes too before I compile it. Alright, now that it's compiled, let's see here. There he is in all his glory. Totally working. The other ones will work pretty soon too. I see Trolley's job is to basically track the player using a vector formula. It gets even creepier when see where he pops out from. Where are you, Trolley? Aha, there he is. Yeah, he sneaks around. He doesn't make any noise. He can go through walls and stuff like that because they're technically ghosts, so they don't have, oh, there's a map. There's the clock. And 8 minutes. Where are you, Trolley? I mean, it gets freakier when the, aha. It's spoopy now. Where are you, Trolley? Come out. Keep going this way. Because now I know there's something in here. Where's my AI? Oh god, there he is. You scared me. Bro. Like, what the heck, man? Ah, dang it. Where are they? That might be a problem. Oh well. Yeah, you can see I'm working on them. Still got some kinks to work out, so yep. Well, I'm back. It's been a few days since the last section. I got 2 of the AIs done so far, if I remember correctly. I think it was, what were they? I think it was Clowny and Trolley. Those two enemies are done. It's just that with Derpy and Angry, I have to understand how to do pathfinding, which is something I've never studied before. And it took me a few days to kind of figure it out. Initially, I was going with A-Star, which I still kind of am. I built a kind of a semi-custom version of A-Star that actually allows for some caching for it. Because instead of the A-Star algorithm kind of determining the distance when it runs, I decided to just store it into an array. which could be cached because if you're not moving the endpoint too much, there's no point of recalculating those values, so it might be faster to just cache it once, store it later, change it up when I change the endpoint, which should make it a little bit more optimal. But for the rest of it, it's basically just kind of just a start. I did run into some weird issues with it, which basically is taking a weird path through the thing, and I think I understand why. I was using a priority queue at first, but I changed it to a list instead because it wasn't sorting it correctly. And with the list, I can just manually sort it with the sort function or method from the list class, so that kind of fixes that problem. And it runs pretty quick. This right here is kind of the maze, and this algorithm will create 25 nodes for the path to get from here to here. And it's a little confusing. I'm probably going to change that, which I might do it real quick up here. Let me fix something real fast. Yeah, I'm actually doing coding on a video. It's super rare. So, it will just take. I'm just going to take these two and set it here. Set it to 2 and 3, I believe. So start on top. Size plus start X. I probably should have. X. And I probably should put this to end real quick. Which, let's see if this works. Perfect. As you see, you start here, and it goes through the maze. I am allowing for diagonals, so instead of going here, it will go whoop, this way and this way. Then go up, then does it again, till it hits the end point. So yeah, this works, and if we were to change, I don't know, as a goal of this is to go to the shortest path. This should, what I'm doing, should make this into where it goes, then it goes this way, and back around. So let's. I like what it's doing, because it's doing diagonal. That might be. Maybe I should change it up. There's another way to do distances. Let me remember. Oh, my calculator, it's right here. Let's see here. I think there's another way of doing this. Was it this article I was reading? Oh, yes, it is. There's a small explanation of each heuristic cost, which is what I'm creating with that kind of caching kind of array. The one I'm using is this one, which is dude, cut. Excuse me, sorry about that. This one basically is the actual distance function, which is equation and that's what I'm using here, which is square root of these two multiplied together. The delta portion of it, they have to be, you have to subtract them, and it has to be, you have to use the ABS or absolute value function with it, just to make sure these are always positive. Because, well, this will potentially give you complex numbers. The one I'm thinking about using is this one right here. Because this 14 times max is for a diagonal, and this 10 times min is for the kind of the north, south, east, west. So I'm going to implement that real quick. So 14. This might mess it up, but it's perfectly fine. Yeah, it should be correct. Let's try this. This should also do diagonals too. It's even derpier. This is beautiful. It's going around in the snake form now. Interesting. Huh. This is this one. That was a little better. It kind of messed up here for some reason. Yeah. And the last one only allows for north, south, east, west, but I'm kind of curious to see what I'll do with diagonals. Oh, sorry. It does the same thing as the distance function. That is quite fascinating. Huh. I don't know. I kind of like this one because it's funny, but... I'm not going to worry about it. I'll probably just keep it this way because this does technically work because it gets to this point. It's just jumping around like a Flappy Bird. I wonder if... Just trying one more thing real quick. Or I decide just to laugh at and just keep... It didn't do it. Well, yeah, for the most part, this works. It isn't perfect. I could just do something like this. Because these ones right here allow for diagonals, so... Yeah, that looks a little better. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what I've been working on for the past few days, is just trying to get this algorithm to work. It's still a bit kind of wonky. But then again, AI is kind of a finicky kind of subject anyway. The AI just kind of does whatever it wants. And I haven't even touched machine learning yet, so... which I might do eventually. But yeah, it's one little update for the video. I'm gonna keep going. I'm thinking about doing one more test. I'm gonna redo, create another example and use this as kind of a building point. I'm gonna try to see if I can make it work with my map generator. So, to see what will happen in... Just to see how optimal it is. Yeah, that's one thing I am worried about. So yeah, I'll get that generated into a file instead of printing it out, because I believe they're 128 by 128. Let me make sure. That's not the file. Let's this one. I don't remember how big maps are. It's a map gen. Yeah, they're 128 by 128. So it's a little bit bigger than this 9 by 9. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some testing with that. I want to make sure it's optimal and it doesn't do anything weird. So yeah. You know what's nuts? I made a little function in here to figure out how many days I've been working on this project, and it's 43 days. That's a while. I typically don't work on projects that long. Usually, I work on a small project for maybe like a month, but almost 2 months. I don't think that's a record, but it's getting close to it. So yeah, heck yeah, 43 days. And it's just a simple function I created. So yeah, back to the pathfinding adventure for now. Alright, it's the next day. I had to go to work today, so it's kind of late. It's actually the day after, technically, because it's midnight. I redid the entire map generator to test the pathfinding algorithm, and it works flawlessly, and I like it. It gets the job done, so I'm definitely going to use this pathfinding algorithm. Let me show it to you real fast. Pre-run it. It generates some rooms and stuff like that. Alright, here's our typical map. As you can see, S is for the start point, and E is the end point of this map, that's the start, that's the exit. Now the initial map, as you can see, it's a fairly good size. The entire map format is 128 by 128. Now this other file map traced showcases showcases the path it takes and which of these nodes got searched. So take a look at it real fast. Now the hyphen, actually no, it's double parentheses, or however you want to, like colon, I think is what it's called, represents a node being searched. The ampersand here represents the path it took to get to the exit, and it gives a pretty interesting path, but it works. It gets to the point where I want it to be. Let's see here, let's rerun it again. And as you can see, it's pretty quick. Let's do this again. Yeah, room. And it starts here, exits here. So let's trace one. This good. Perfect. That's what I want to see. The next one I kind of want to test is for Derpy's AI, because he goes through like each room instead of just going from the start point to the exit point. So I want to see how he paths around a map real quick. Sorry, I'm kind of half asleep right now. I'll probably work on that tomorrow. So my next 2 days off, I'm going to be working on implementing it to the game, so I can finally get started on the jump scares for it. So yeah, that's a wrap. I got this pathfinding algorithm working with the actual map itself. So yeah, I'm back again. I figured out today I actually have shingles, which is fun. I'm hurting right now. But I'm back. I did some additional experiments with the pathfinding, and I've pretty much came up with a Derpy's pathfinding routine. Basically, what he will do is that he'll start off at the start point, and then he'll go through each and every room until he reaches the exit point, after the exit point he will wrap her back around to the start point again and just repeat the process over and over again. So let me demonstrate that real fast by just simply running it. Ooh, nice big paths. What this generates is a bunch of files that shows the path. If I were to go to bin, as you can see, there's a bunch of text files that generated. Pretty fast too, which is good. I need it to be fast because once I get to angry, because it's going to be pathfinding to the player, it needs to get to the player quickly. I'll probably won't be doing every frame, maybe a second. It will update the path to the player when I get to angry. But yeah, let me show you what it does so far for at least Derpy for the moment. This one. As you can see, this is the map that's generated. If we were to go to 1, Derpy would pathfind to this room. Go to the next one. He will pathfind to this room down here. Do it again. He will wrap around it, pathfind up here. And he'll wrap back around and go here. Then he'll pathfind all the way to this room. Next to this room. All the way to this room. to this room up here, and he'll go back this way, which is interesting, to this room. Then he'll go all the way to the exit point, which is down here. And he'll now wrap around back to the start and repeat the process to this room again, which is the whole point. I'm going to give you some additional kind of examples of this. So yeah, let's get this started. Alright, now that you've watched those examples, I'm going to pretty much the next part integrate this into the actual game so we can get the AI finally done, and then we can move on to jump scares, which should be a lot of fun. So yeah. Well, I finally did it. I got the new AI system integrated into the game, and it works really, really well, and I'm happy with it. So let me demonstrate it real fast. Let's see here. As he, whoa, he just disappeared. Ah, there he is. Still a little glitchy, but see, Derpy is now heading toward each room. And going. Where's this beautiful derpy looking character going? Wow, he just went that way. Why are you going this way? I need to look for the map. Oh, there's a map. Thank you, derpy. And it's really fast, which is great. This is what I wanted. A very fast algorithm to basically manage my pathfinding, and this is great. This is what I wanted from this algorithm. The other thing is that he goes the same speed as the player, so if you press down E, you would have to run from him if he's in a hallway while it's dark. Here he goes. This is so beautiful, I love it. Oh, now he's gonna go back to the starting area, so let's follow him. Back there. Oh, this is so cool. Hopefully it's not stuttering in the video. And look! There's the start point. Heck yeah. And he's going to start over. There he goes! Bye, Derpy. So now it's time for Angry, which should be relatively straightforward because he's simply tracking the player. Why, hello there again. It's the next day, and I just implemented Angry's AI, just at least for now. It's still a bit wonky, but I'll show off real fast. There he is in all his glory. Yep, he definitely follows you. There's some issues with it, but I still got some work to do on him. But it pretty much works, so yeah. This is totally awesome. The next test is gonna be have him summon in the map when it's when everything goes off. And then I can start working on the jump scares for these AI. Yeah, looks pretty well for the most part. We can work on that corner. Oh, I see you in the next part. Now, actually I do want to show something real fast. What he's doing is following the path, and then he creates another path each time, so that's one problem with this. I'll live with it for now. Okay, I ran into an interesting problem. I made it where the AI will show up during the when it goes dark in the level. I'm going to demonstrate it real fast. And I think I have a solution for it. We start in here. As you can see, there's nothing. Starting point. Like these things. Here's the map. Timer. There's a lot. Typically the only one you see is Clowny. Here's the exit. I don't see anybody else, so yeah, I'm gonna fix that. That's not good. Whew, I fixed it! It works better now. Instead of all the ghosts starting at this the starting area, now the ghost will randomly choose a room to start in. So you might get a jump scare after you collect one of those collectible cubes. So I'll demonstrate it real fast. Let's see if there's nothing going on. Ooh, map. And a timer. Oh, yeah, I would have had a jump scare there. Dang it, trolley. It's clowny. Oh, no! I haven't seen Derpy yet. Oh well. Ooh, red map. Alright, I'm back. I've been working on the game again today, which is the 6th of April, and I've been working on trying to integrate Fmod into the game, which I haven't used it in a long time. It's a pretty good audio library. The reason why I want to use it is because it's a 3D audio library, so I can make it where it can do 3D audio stuff. Let's say there's a sound effect in one location on the map. It will pan around the earphones, so it will excuse me. So it will sound like it's kind of there, so to speak. Let me run the game real fast. I'll show you. You should hear an annoying beeping noise. This is because there's a sound emitter right here near the start point. If I were to go this way, you should hear it out of your left ear, which makes sense because the sound is coming from there. If you go this way, you should now hear it from your right speaker. And same for any other position. So yeah. Ooh, there's the map. I probably need to get rid of those print statements because they're slowing the game down. But yeah, it works pretty good. What it does. And the other thing I've been doing is doing sound effects for the game. So let me go back to... Excuse me. Let me go to bin, data, and sound effects. And here's what some of the ghosts are going to make. Sounds they're going to make. This is for angry. I'll get clowny in a minute. Here's Derpy. He sounds like he's messing around, but just kind of, you know. For Trolley, it's, well, a meme. And clowny. Which should hopefully make you jump a little bit. Stepping noises, which I'm going to do steps for the player in the hallway. This this will play once when it goes to ghost mode. And I probably need to add a sound effect for the, let me do it real fast. Audacity. I think that should work. I don't know why I forgot to do this map. Alright, that should be it for this update. I'm going to work on trying to get the audio integrated, and let's see if we can play a little bit with this new audio system. Should be fun, hopefully. Alright, it's been a couple days, and I integrated all the sound effects so far to my little kind of trolly spoopy game. I'm gonna do a little kind of playthrough real fast without me talking about it or saying anything. So yeah, let's get this started, and I hope you enjoy it. So yeah. Well, pretty interesting, isn't it? that sound effects do add quite a bit. Now I'm just going to talk. As you can see, the audio stuff adds pretty fun layer to the experience. Let's see here, there's the exit stuff right there. Now I'm going to play with some audio on just to talk for a minute. Yeah, I'm pleasantly pleased with this game. There are still some glitches. I need to work on it. There's the timer. That one, I'm gonna look for that map. What is the map? I need to fix a couple things in the game because number one, the map, those other objects that appear in the thing, they don't have a mini-map entry. There's the map. And the other thing I need to do is add in jump scares for the enemies so they actually do something. What they're going to do is restart the level. There we go. Hey, trolley. He's angry. Oh, there's the red map. Yeah, if you touch him, it's going to show off an image, and then just restart the same level. As right now, they're not really doing much of anything. I need to fix that. So yeah, I got some bit of work to do. Alright, quick little update. I just added in the level thing. I'll show you real fast. As you can see at the top left of the screen, that's where the level indicator is. So let's click these real quick. Ooh. Jump all the way together, thank you. As you can see, it's turning red. I'm gonna keep it that way because I like it. Shut up. Ah! I don't even know what the level exit is. God, they all jumped on me in this. If we hit the exit, boom, increases. So yep, there's now a way to see what level you're at. So heck yeah. Alright, I did a bunch of things to the mini-map. I pretty much added every single thing that you need for it that I forgot to add to it, and I've added some additional things as well, so let's play real fast. Alright. I re-enabled debugging too, so now, as you can see by the new icons on the map, there's the compass, the map, and the watch. So let's turn that off real fast. You go collect them real quick. Watch. Technically, the compass won't. It's not supposed to show up on the map, but I added it in. Excuse me, I added it in there for debugging purposes. Let's see here. Click you. Alright. Shut up. As you can see now, there's icons for the ghosts, which I might do something different with that later. And there's an icon for the red map, which I'm going to disable. So yeah, lots of new functionality. It might be a bit overpowered now, but I might change it where you're gonna have to get an item like a ghost detector for the innate to see the ghost on the map. I might do that. Probably not right now. Alright, that's it for this little update. I'll see you in the next one, which I'm thinking about what to do next. I need to fix the items, where the item spawns. That's one thing I need to fix real quick. So, be right back. Alright, it's the very next day, and I've finally fixed an annoying issue I've had for a bit. You know, the other objects like the compass, the enhanced map or red map, the map, and the clock, they sometimes appear on a wall. Well, with this little line of code right here, this fixes this problem. You know, what it does, it checks to see if when the whatever object it is trying to choose a extra Z value in the map, it will check to see if it's next to a wall or not. If it is, then it will just set the map type to none, so it will just keep going. This ensures that it will find a spot in the map somewhere to that's in the middle of the floor, but it's not next to the wall, so there won't be any more kind of wall collisions with it. That's the best way I can describe it. And let me just run a game real fast, just to demonstrate. Previously, that compass would be in the wall, but here, no longer. Ooh, the game's actually running pretty fast now. I guess a good recompiling was a good thing. I'll do it again. And as you can see, the objects are not included with the wall or inside the wall anymore. That clock is very close to that wall. Yep, nowhere near it. Same with this compass. Nope. Good. Ooh, that map. Nope, nowhere near the wall anymore. Yep, that's a simple fix. And let's just do one more time, just for laughs and giggles. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It works. So it's a simple fix too. So now it's time for the last thing that I need for this game, so I can get this video out, and that is jump scares. That's the last thing I'm going to add for now, so I can get this game released on itch.io, so I can start working on flushing out the render, which is going to take at least a month or two. So yeah, I'm going to post an update when I get something done with those jump scares, so I can scare myself and get myself a heart attack. So yay! Alright, it's the next day, it's the 11th, and I got the jump scare images done. Yeah, it did it kind of quickly. Here they are. This one is the one that will happen if you collide with Angry. This one's Clownies, Derpies, and Trolley. I'm gonna have to record the sound effects tomorrow because I don't want to wake up my family, and I'm kind of tired. So yeah. I'll be right back in a minute when I figure out how I'm going to get the collisions working on the ghosts. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. I didn't know you can actually go through the audio and just move vertices around, which is pretty freaking sweet. I'm just here showing just kind of what I've worked on for the jump scare audio, and we're gonna listen to each 4 tracks, and they're pretty loud. I use a lot of reverb and that sort of stuff. Hopefully it will match the image, and I'm actually adding in timestamps for it. So let's begin. Here's Angry. Pretty brutal, if you ask me. Let's see here. Let's go to Trolley. That needs more impact, so let's go here. I'm still working on this. Hang on. That should work. Yeah, it's really cool. That's a very nice feature of Audacity. I like that. Alright. I'm gonna save that. Export it. Clowny. Brutal. And my favorite one because it's just it's derpy. From South Park, man. From South Park, the video game. I had to do that sound effect because derpy. Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the programming side stuff now, so I'm having fun with this. Alright, back again. I've finished up the jump scares in the game, and I'm gonna demonstrate them all in order. Here's Angry's. Here's Trolleys. Here's Clowny. Here's Derpy. Yep, this took a bit. I ran into some weird issues where it'll just continuously do the jump scares, but it turned out pretty well for the most part. I'm thinking about probably changing Trolleys a little bit because the audio isn't that great, so I'm gonna have to go back and redo the programming timings and stuff like that for the jump scares, but I'll probably do that after I get the playtest finished, which should be out with this video. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on basically adding in a menu system and a state machine so I can give you options while playing the playtest. I also had to add something in for Fmod because I am using their sound API, and I had to have a splash screen for that. So yeah, I'll see you in hopefully the final part. Alright, I'm finished up with the playtest demo, and I guess Happy Easter and Happy 420, which is epic. Let's see here. I finished up the menu stuff. There are some issues with the menu that's in the game itself. I'm not sure what IMGUI's doing, but sometimes it'll lock up. But it's doing better than it was because it was crashing and I fixed that crash. So hopefully it works. Let's run it. I'll show you. I see Fmod. I have to have this for legal reasons. This is just a disclaimer of just what this project is about. And here's the title screen in all of its glory. Don't worry, this will definitely change. I'm currently calling it Project D3D for now, which is the project name, because don't really have a title for the game yet. So yeah. So just press start, and you're in the game. You can run around, collect stuff, and press escape. There's the menu. It's behaving itself today, that's good. Don't worry, I'm going to replace IMGUI with an actual UI system. Just for now, I just need something simple and temporary. And IMGUI is great for doing stuff like that. Let's, I guess, play a little around real quick. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Better run. I better run for the ghosts. They're gonna get me. Hey, clowny. Oh crap! It was angry. Is it this way? Oh. Haha, beat you ghosts. So yeah. I think I'm ready to get this little playtest out. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's pretty bare bones. I need to do a bunch of work, especially with the graphics portion of it. As you may have seen, that I'm using 4 billboards for the ghosts, and that's gonna change pretty quickly, hopefully, because I want to have animated meshes, and I need a lighting system because I want to add a flashlight to the game. And that will come after I get this video released. Oh, good lord. Forgot a few back up here. Let's see what's doing. You see, yeah, there's an issue with the menu. I don't know why it does that. Oh, that's it. Well, meantime, I guess that's it for this little update in the video. Got a bunch of work for the next video, and I can't wait to start working on doing more polishing, because I definitely need to add in meshes, and that's going to be kind of the next video that comes out. So yeah. Alright, now that you are at the end of the video, I hope you enjoy. There will be another part, hopefully. I have a bunch of stuff I need to do with the game. One, as you can notice, there's no actually true lighting system in the game. I'm faking all the lights. Yeah, I'll show you this, how I did it. Just one shader. Let's see here, let's go to the main FS. Basically, how this lighting system kind of works, which is it's not technically a lighting system. Oh, my head just started hurting. Ow. Basically, I just get the in.v and just get the dot product. That's how it's kind of doing the lighting, if you could call it lighting. I just grab the color from the whatever textures are appended in the shader, and I just multiply this by this value. So that's kind of how the lighting system works. And the fog effect, which has to be enabled, which is during the time of the ghost appear. It's just some basic distance fog. I'm going to be doing something different, because I'm moving. The plan is to move to a deferred renderer, because I want multiple lights, but I also want the ability to do post-processing effects and stuff like that. And it just deferred rendering basically makes it easier to do stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be planning on doing next, is really hit that render hard. I also need to make meshes for the ghost, because I can't really use the Wojaks and the troll face and my logo for ghosts, because they're not spooky enough. Even though they are kind of funny. Yeah, I gotta change all these to actual meshes. And I think I have some ideas for them. Basically, why I'm using these billboards to just give the ghost character. And I guess I'll make a mesh of them after I get to the point where I got the renderer kind of done. I need to probably go in Blender and make a test renderer. So yeah, a bunch of stuff I gotta do for part 2. And on top of that, I'm thinking about adding some additional gameplay as well. Maybe some sort of flashlight mechanic when the ghosts are kind of roaming around the map. So, and I'm trying to think, I had another idea too. I had a couple ideas. I'll probably think of it later. There was an idea for hallucinations when you go deeper into the levels, but that might be a pain in the butt to implement. Maybe some post-processing effects could be the hallucinations. There are also some other projection matrices out there that's like non-Euclidean that I could probably play around with. Maybe you could take like a projection matrix, and over time it twists things, and so it just goes into a circle. That classic effect from like Ocarina of Time and some other games. I might be able to employ that, or the level just goes up, because I had to do some research into that, see how those projection matrices are actually built, and I might use them just to make it look trippier while you're on the level. Oh yeah, the other thing that this might come further down the line, maybe beyond the second devlog, which is adding additional kind of level generations. I was thinking about using one that's like it's kind of hard describe. It's a certain type of like a tree. It's a quad tree. Using a quad tree to make the rooms, and then doing procedural generated islands again. Maybe a forest. I was also thinking about a bamboo forest because it might be fun. And I could. The other thing I want to do is also add additional geometry into the level because it's kind of samey, but it just maybe needs some like additional furniture and that sort of stuff, which I'm gonna have to figure out how to do. I'm definitely gonna have to use instancing for that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this update, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for the next devlog. Well, y'all take care, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Take care, everybody.